Podcast right now.
Hello, welcome to the podcast right now, episode 188. My name's John Michelle. On the pod today, we got $1,000 dog. Let's get some barks out there in the chat. Ruff. Carl, bark for Kevin. There it is. Carl Jr. is here today. Hello, Carl. We have a TV's Joe Concerto, fully on board, fully sober, on May the 31st, 2021, Memorial Day episode.
I don't believe it.
I know.
I see a picture of your trash can.
We got a lot of fun things planned for you in this episode. We typically talk about virtual reality. We try to solve racism. We've been working on that for the last couple years. And then we might talk about a chicken tender. We might talk about chicken tenders again. Who knows? No one can know. There's no way to know. How the fuck are you shitheads doing this beautiful morning?
It'd be great. It'd be great if a farmer started an app. And he called it Chicken Tender, and you browse through his chickens to pick the one you want. You slide it right. It's Chicken Tender.
Yeah.
What?
Good morning.
Good
you
morning.
Fucking these chickens, or what do you want them for?
No, I think just for eggs.
To eat them.
Yeah, I'd eat them.
Or to eat their eggs, like we do.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to gauge that from just looking at a chicken to see which one is tastiest.
You'd be surprised.
That's what the bio's for.
That's what the bio's for. Nice.
I taste good in soy sauce.
Chicken tender. And then, of course, the follow-up app would be Chicken Grinder, and that would be just a whole different scenario, yeah.
Lots of kind of sausage party.
Lots of cocksuckings going on there.
Whoa.
Yeah. Because a rooster...
It was lighthearted, it was fun.
No, this episode, we're gonna... we all decided before we hit the record button that we're gonna use as much adult language as humanly fucking possible. It's gonna be great. These sacks of shit, these pig shit eating motherfuckers all around me. How are you guys doing today? How's your day so far? Did you wake up feeling like a champion, or did you wake up feeling like human shit?
Woke up feeling like a daft kind of a cunt.
Oh, we draw the line at the C word. We don't.
I woke up feeling goddamn motherfucking incredible today.
Yeah.
I feel great. I'm glad to be here with you fucking pieces of human garbage.
You goddamn scumbags. I love fucking getting together with you, you with your bitch mouths and looking at your pretty bitch mouths talk. I love this. I'm not very good at cussing when I try to do it a lot,
Dick nose.
Pussy.
Yeah.
Slime.
Yeah, slime. Slime's a good cuss word.
I wasn't sure if pussy slime was too much. It sounds like there could be some sort of a disease, so it's no good. Too much discharge in a vagina is no good.
But not enough is no good also.
There's a line of what the appropriate amount of vaginal discharge is.
Yeah. What's your guys' favorite pH reading for a female vagina? I'm a 7.5 guy myself.
That's probably about right. That's a clean pH, you would think. Skin is probably a little bit non-acidic, so that tilts it.
Not too basic, not too acidic. That's where I like mine.
7.5 is probably not long out of the shower, I would say. That's a good pH.
Yeah.
You got to check for radon eventually, too. Make sure there's no radon in the basement.
Hey, the lower you go, that's where it settles.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, with all the gross stuff that happens in a vagina, would that push it more basic or more acidic?
I think more acidic. The longer after the shower, it's going to get a little spicier. But I'm not a doctor, I'm guessing.
It seems like maybe a fungus would live in higher pH for some reason.
That's what I was thinking. If yeast thrives in an acidic environment,
I think the bacterial stuff maybe it would be more Who knows? We're not doctors. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Anyone in the chat who
7'5".
happens to be a pussy doctor, please feel free to speak up and let us know. This is our adult language episode.
Dr. Contemd.
Well, hell, boys, we had a pretty fun weekend. A lot happened. We had our good friend Rod up into town, up into the big city, the big Columbus, Ohio, and he had himself a little bachelor party. We're excited for him and his soon to be wife, Katie. They're getting married in just a couple weeks here. We're all excited for the wedding. They've sort of been living in sin for the last couple years. They have 2 children now and have yet to tie the knot. I haven't heard of this in a long time. It's kind of shameful, but hey, he's trying to make things right over in his neck of the woods. So what did we do? We had some beers, we played some video games, and then someone had the idea to go to one of these adult like a strip club, an adult nightclub, and we did that, and that was a lot of fun. And I thought lighthearted, you know. It's sometimes you go into a strip club and it's like, oh, I'm in the underbelly of society right now. Look at all these characters around me, and it really didn't seem like that to me. I thought it was just a bunch of boys having a good, clean evening, you know.
Yeah, on the spectrum of things, this was definitely leaning closer to the side of gentleman's club versus titty bar. Would be, I guess, the opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
No one seemed like they were sad, drinking themselves into a pitcher of their own filth and Bud Light. It seemed like everyone was pretty uplifted by the aforementioned lady parts. I was a little, I don't know, and maybe we're jumping ahead, but I thought the playlist was more going to be kind of like Motley Crue. I thought I was going to hear all my favorite 80s hits, it was more just kind of dance beat stuff.
That's a 90s strip club or maybe a strip club further south, you know what I mean? I feel like
I was very ready to hear some Def Leppard that evening. I heard none of it.
Girls. Yeah. Not the
Wanted
case.
to see pour some sugar on me going on.
Yeah. Some Buck Cherry. I know you're looking forward to seeing them in town. They got a great strip club song.
Hell yeah. Yeah. $25. We're going.
I don't know. Where do we get started, guys?
We should start at our original plan to we're gonna find a club, and I think the first one that was mentioned was on Carl Road, which eliminate that from your choices if you have more than one.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided we would go somewhere on Bethel, and the one that I'd always heard of was Columbus Gold.
Yes.
So we had there. Somebody had the misinformation that this was a BYOB situation.
Right.
So we stopped.
That was me. I had that misinformation.
I thought it too, though. I mean,
from what I used to understand, this was a fully nude place, but for that sacrifice, you can't sell beer there per the law, but you're allowed to bring your own stuff in. But
which is not a sacrifice if it's actually set up that way. Much better to be a BYOB and be able to come in with all the alcohol you're going to drink and be out for $20.
Yeah.
So yeah, we stopped at Speedway first, got a little beer, and then we pull up to Columbus Gold, and there was a gentleman out front who was seemed a little stressed out, and he had a situation where he wasn't going to be able to accommodate us in his club. He was kind of a fucking shithead prick cock cunt about it.
Yeah, this guy was a real
one of those.
This guy was
one of those.
A real butthead. This guy. He was an older gentleman. He was an older gentleman, a bald man, and he was in a suit. And as we approached with our BYOB, he immediately hands up, whoa, hold on, fellas, what's going on here? What are you doing? He acted like we had, I don't know, like
weapons,
minors with us or something. Like, I don't know, his reaction to us, weapons, something you're not like, or just bags of like meth or something. I don't know what he was so
that said, like with tape on them that say meth, or like bag of meth, written by like a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
I think his first volley as we walked up was, "I know you're not walking towards me with those bottles in your hand."
Yeah,
and that kind of set the tone for the next minute and a half.
Yeah, and he so he says, "Oh, whoa, boys, you're not coming in here with that. You can't. This isn't BYOB. I don't know what you're doing. Really alarmed." And I don't hear so great, so I'm still advancing towards him, and then he's like, like that was like another no. He's like, oh no, you're now you're coming even. Don't take another step. Now you're coming closer. See, I don't like this, and he's like, this isn't BYOB, and we're like, oh, okay, cool. We'll go dump these in the car. He says, and we're at capacity anyway, so I can't even let you in, and we're like, all right, well, then you can go suck eggs, you piece of shit. And we left, and we went to conveniently, there was another adult boob club right next door. And so we went and got our boobs over there, and they were only polite. As soon as we walked in the door, nice lady.
Very friendly lady at the table there.
Yeah, took our IDs, answered any questions we may have had. For some of us, I don't think any of us frequent any adult clubs. Was this anyone's first time going? Joe, was this your first time at a boob bar?
This was, so, yes. Funnily enough, I went to this same establishment when I was approximately 18 years of age. I was with another gentleman and his girlfriend who thought it would be fun. But then as soon as we got to the counter, the girlfriend, lost all the nerve, so we had to kind of turn around. So I have been physically in that club before, but not.
Did they break up immediately?
Probably.
That is a really fucking piss poor move on her part.
Yeah,
it's a weird move. Yeah.
What a real boner killer move. I'm trying to cuss again.
What a bitch.
Yeah.
What a nasty bitch.
What a dirty bitch this woman is.
That is a boner. In the negative way.
Sure. A Dr. Seuss style
That's a
boner.
big boner.
Yeah.
No, I think she went to jail and enjoys ladies stick fists up her buttocks at this point. So it all worked out for the best.
That's a bleep.
Yeah, this was the first time I've actually been into the strip club proper.
Okay.
Ever. Yeah.
Well, good for you. I thought you seemed a little nervous. Once we got in and got some drinks,
he was farting in the car on the way there. That's how you knew he was nervous.
Yeah. The nerves will make your asshole fart a lot. So we get close to the.
That wasn't that. I had some ramen before we came out. I had.
You put ramen in your you put a bunch of ramen in your cocksucker before the strip club. Is that what I'm hearing?
I mean, I didn't know we were going to go to a strip club, or else I probably wouldn't have eaten spicy ass ramen. But I had some. Spice in my tank.
You were at Ace of Cups in Old North for 2.5 hours. Your ramen never fermented, and your spoiled ass.
Yeah.
Oh no, it did. You just weren't around for it because we weren't, confined to a car. But it was coming out the whole night.
Yeah.
There was some farts going on.
See,
all right, fair enough.
It was shit clouds everywhere. All these shit clouds
coming out of your stip ass poop butt.
Yeah. His little turd cutter couldn't keep its mouth shut.
I'll give him a free plug. Not sponsoring this podcast, but fuck you, Ramen on Henderson Road or somewhere near.
There's one on Lane
area. Yeah, it's the Dragon Ramen Bowl. I got the number 2. I've had the number 3 spice level before, but that's a little bit too much for me. I'm not super spice guy. Number 2 is kind of like the right amount of heat where I'm hurting a little bit as I'm eating it, and then the next subsequent poop is going to hurt a little bit, but. Yeah. Not so much where it's just unfathomable, I guess.
None of this matters. He farted a lot. Okay, and then...
Right, yeah.
Need it.
So we get
need
there...
a plug in your gross hole.
Yeah. Put a butt plug in your little turd cutter, and then...
I threw those underwear away immediately.
Okay. Well, we get there, and anyways, there were 3 or 4 seats. I think we were probably a group of maybe 7 or something. I'm not good at counting humans, but there were some seats right up front, main stage. I was like, let's get in there. Let's go grab these seats. And a couple of the boys came up, but then as people were leaving to get more beverages, I was trying to get Joe to come up and see the boobs at a at a closer distance, and I couldn't get you up there. I thought you were really cute the way you were acting. You were just kind of hiding back there with your bone.
Yeah. No, I was like a freshman at my first dance.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to touch anyone.
You're not allowed to touch them, so that's not an option.
But I didn't really want anybody near me at all.
You enjoy your personal space, yeah.
I do enjoy my personal space, and
back in the old days, the first time I ever went to an adult male woman boob club, anytime, and it's their job to do this, anytime they come over and they want to hang out and touch your arm. How you doing, sweetheart? And basically they're selling private dances. I would get so nervous. There was a part of me that was just like, are you my girlfriend now? What does this mean for us? Do I have to get your number first? What do we do? I think I love you. Do I say that, or what do we do? But then I don't know. I felt like an old veteran this time around. This is probably like the third time in my life I've ever been to a boob club, and I think the fact that it wasn't full nude, I think it makes things a little more fun and a little more. I think Kevin, I think our buddy Zane likened it to like going to the circus, but for guys. It's just like a fun little sideshow.
I said that.
Yeah, was that you? Okay, and I don't know when
we're really athletic with once you got into the hoops and the pull downs.
Yeah.
Most of them were impressive athletes. There was one that was a little bit shaky on the hoop, and she was kind of making me nervous.
Well, they gotta fling those giant boots up over into the hoop, and that was when I kept seeing people struggle. Like, you got to commit. You got to really throw those giant platforms up over into the hoop. And then it was great. They were doing flippy spinnies and swinging out with their hairs and over the crowd on this hoop. And then they had some giant poles that went pretty high. There was some high ceilings in there. I was picturing an injury. Somebody slipping from the top of that all the way to the bottom. That would be pretty bad. But no, impressive performances. Also, just in general, I think the girls were friendly and most of them, pretty with really fit bods. Every once in a while, you'll go to a strip club and you're like, ugh, who brought their friend? Who's this girl? Is she filling in for somebody tonight, or
they also
didn't kitchen staff out here or something? What happened?
They didn't look like they were over the top on drugs. Most of them.
Yeah.
I think there were a couple that seemed pretty far off in their stare, but most of them looked like, possibly they were students or something. Maybe this was a decision that wasn't so ill-fated after all.
Yeah,
that's not necessarily what I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping for more of like the 40-year-olds, a tramp stamp on the lower back, with the bleach blonde.
What we would have seen
Cherry vibe.
That's what we would have seen at Carl Road.
Okay, well, I guess so. Yeah, I was also concerned about Carl Road or the one by the airport. We might see some shootings happen if we had gone to so. I guess it's a balance between the safety, but also, the vibe of the ladies. I was wanting more of a Kid Rock vibe.
How upset are we that Carl didn't join us?
I think Carl would have had a good time.
I think you would have liked the boobs, Carl.
I probably would have.
Yeah.
I like boobs.
And then another question for you guys. Well, first of all, just, show of hands or verbally confirm or deny. Who had blood flow to their fuck stick in this place? Did you guys have an erection at any point in the night? Try to be honest, please.
Yeah. Yes.
Joe,
yes, I did.
Joe, did your baby maker get engulfed with blood?
No, not really. I was actually kind of being in a sea of dudes.
Okay.
I thought it would be like there was a lot of moving parts. Everything was going on. The ladies are obviously beautiful, but there's just so many dudes around that it's kind of it's hard to get into in that way, I guess, for me.
So I didn't, and I was talking to a friend of the podcast, Stevie B, and he was just kind of asking about our night, and I was like, yeah, we showed Mr. Rod a good time on his bachelor party. We went and he got him a dance and all this, and I was like, I was cracking up because after young Bubby, aka Rod, we'll just call him Rod from now on. Bubby is so hard to say; it makes you sound like this is a West Virginia podcast or something. But anyways, our buddy Rod, we got him his private dance, and for a good hour up until then, it was kind of like, hey, pick your lady and we'll make it happen. All you got to do, any of these ladies here, they're rotating from the stage to do dances, and like you can have any one of these ladies, bud. Just pick it out. And he finally settled on one, and we got him taken care of. And he comes back after his dance, and and I managed to catch him before he, made it back to the group, and I was like, "Hey, there he is. How was that, man? How you doing?" He's like, "Oh man, that was a lot of fun. Just don't look at my boner or whatever." He was worried about someone seeing his boner, and
his pride.
Yeah, his pride, and so I'm telling our buddy Stevie B about this, and I'm like, yeah, oddly, I didn't get a hard on at all while we were there, and he said I had low testosterone. And then, he kind of brought up like, those places are kind of surprisingly not arousing when you're just sort of hanging out, watching it all, or that was his sort of experience. And then I was thinking about it, and I mean, it was fun and my eyes were having fun, but I think the other part of it was that it wasn't full nudity, which takes a lot of the weirdness out of the entire experience, which I appreciated. And then the other part was that there was a dancer there, and this dancer shared a name with my 9-year-old. And so every 20 or 30 minutes, you would hear so-and-so to the stage, main stage. And I'm over there like, oh man, this is like some kind of fucked up wrinkle in time where like this is like
into the future.
It's like a warning. Yeah, it's like a warning from the future of this dimension. Like, hey man, you better do better.
Because you came out tonight, this is going to be her fate.
Yeah.
God judging you immediately for that choice.
You had slipped into the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and so now I have to
Imagine, if you will.
Yeah. I have to right the ship as far as whatever I'm doing wrong with my parenting, and then I got to go back every week until I don't hear that name, and then I'll know that I've corrected the butterfly effect space-time continuum.
You're going to have to pay for this girl's college to get her out of the system.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Or really become one of those parents, like a Tiger Woods parent. You know what I mean? Where it's like chess or piano or cello or like track and field or basketball, like really pick one thing, and every single day we practice until you're a legend. But she's 9, so it might be too late for that. I think it might be too late.
I think it's too late for a lot of things.
I think you have to start at like 6 months or something. Just put golf balls in their bed and be like, "This is your future. You're going to be the best golfer on the planet." Interesting story, that Tiger Woods. I remember watching that documentary, and I feel like they took a lot of time kind of focusing on borderline child abuse, right? Like his dad was kind of like banging all these girls in this camper while little Tiger was like hanging out, I don't know. Did you guys see this documentary, the most recent Tiger Woods one?
No. It sounds fun though.
Yeah. I mean, he's a legend, and it talks about his rise to popularity and fame and his early achievements, but this like subplot is just kind of what a creep his dad was, and how eventually we see Tiger follow in those footsteps and get all kinds of strange in Vegas and all this, and I don't know. It was interesting. Check it out if you haven't seen it. I think it's on Netflix or HBO or something. But anywho, I think I'll check back in a week or two and see if they're still calling her name. I gotta fix this, boys.
Just going to the strip club every week is going to be a step in the right direction when it comes to parenting. Well, so if you just made that change and nothing else, you'd probably be good.
Well, and that's what I told my wife. I was like, it's for her. I'm going to have to go back. They have a membership, so I'm going to sign up, and you get 2 free PBRs every time you go. So I figure it's worth it. I'll tell you what. Like I said, I didn't go to Bone Town on while we were there, and I thought it was pretty mature and reasonable while enjoying the festivities. But let me tell you this much: when I got home, oh boy, she was. I was like, "I'm coming home. You better run and hide." And it got weird. I was just horny drunk bald man just crashes through the living room door. Hello, honey, I'm home now. What are you up to? Because I'm about to tell you what you're gonna be up to. You're gonna be up to consensual adult sex. That's what you're gonna be up to.
Up to Up to your vagina and dick.
Yep. Little HBI all lined up for you. Hot beef injection. Here we go.
Were you able to achieve a fucking boner?
Oh, yeah. Rock hard, baby.
Your low T?
I stabbed all night.
With your puny, smelly cock? Little fucking cock?
Yeah, my dirty dick was just slamming against the back walls of her gaping pussy. It was so much fun. We had a lot of fun. I climaxed. I don't know if she did. I don't concern myself with these things.
Just jump back in. Somebody climaxed?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, just now?
No.
Oh, okay.
He raped his wife the other night.
No, she was into it. She was like, she tried to get out of it. She did the whole like, oh, but I need to shower, and I was like, I don't care. I like that one.
You took her.
To all the women
romantic
out,
way of saying that.
To all the women out there that think their guy cares if you've showered recently or not, we don't care. We're not concerned with this.
It
Bring
depends,
me that pH.
I would say.
Yeah.
It depends what the activities are going to be and how long it's been in between showers.
Oh, sure. I mean, it was probably like yesterday or something. I don't think it was, I
She doesn't do a
showered
lot
this
of,
week. That would be.
She doesn't do a lot of hard sweating either, so she's probably fine for.
Well, she did that
36-hour cycle.
She did that night. We got
I think if you had plans to get into the B hole, you'd probably want to. Sorry, this is the adult version. If you had plans to get into the A hole, you'd probably want to go ahead and let her shower first.
Sure. Yeah, because that's where the poop comes from.
Right. The shit.
But yeah, all in all, 9 out of 10. I had a good time. I would recommend this place, but what's it called? We can give their name out.
Vanity?
Vanity is the name.
It was called Vanity
establishment. Yeah. Good staff. Good dancers. Polite staff.
I had some concerns about their head of security. He was a real big, thick. No, he's a real big, thick gentleman who looked like the Kingpin, but like not made purely of muscle.
Like Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
I mean, any Kingpin.
Oh,
but this guy was basically just a thick boy, but not in a muscular way.
They did have a small man working. That was fun.
Okay, I didn't see it. The one that presented himself around where we were near, I thought he was the head guy, but maybe he was just a goon. I don't know.
No, it was adorable. They had a small man come out, and he was like sweeping
the stage.
He was out on the stage after a changeover in the dancers, and he would sweep all the singles and put those backstage. I thought it was part of the show. I didn't know.
Yeah, somebody designed like a little person suit for him to wear.
Yeah, he had suit on.
He was dressed up in that.
Yeah, pinstripe with a vest and everything. He looked real sharp. But yeah, I thought we had a good time. Did we miss anything? Any other stories from that night before we move on?
Not really. It was $10 a head to get in. From what I remember,
that's fair.
When I was 18. And they couldn't serve you drinks, so you had to buy a special I'm under 21 big yellow shirt, and that cost you $35. But you could be a repeat customer with it, so you only had to buy it once. But they said, hey, you're going to have to wear the shirt.
And you can wear the shirt just any other day, too, so you do get a shirt. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, you could wear it to the mall, and that way the mall knows that you're under 21 when you go to Cinnabon.
Yeah.
Church. Volleyball practice, whenever you want to wear it, yeah. But, yeah, good times. Congratulations to young Rod. Are you guys all going to this wedding? I really hope you are, because I think it could be one for the ages,
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to the wedding. I still got to figure out the logistics on the after party, but definitely going to the wedding.
Okay. Sounds like it might be a camp out at someone's house type thing, so I think I'll bring a tent and air mattress and do it up. Still working on a sitter for that. Hopefully that works out. But
is that what's happening? Camping out after?
I think so. Yeah. I
love that.
That or I mean, hell, if you guys wanted, we could look at going in on like a hotel or something. That would be fun.
Yeah.
But then we'd have to travel again. It's kind of nice to just be where you're at if you're going to be consuming alcohol and having a good time. Yeah. What are you guys doing for Memorial Day? Any special plans? Any cookouts? Any dinners tonight?
I'm flying to Atlanta tonight.
Ooh, what you doing in Atlanta, Chirpy?
Hot Atlanta.
So my brother and sister-in-law got season tickets to the Braves. She's working from home, and he's a degenerate nomad. So so yeah, I'm gonna stay with. I know. I'm gonna stay with them for a week and still work 4 days out of 5. Haven't taken advantage of that yet. This whole time working from home, we could have been anywhere in theory. Like,
sure,
just go somewhere, for fun, and
all you need is Wi-Fi.
Don't have to use your PTO. All you need is the internet, and do it against a different backdrop. So, yeah, we're gonna go to a bunch of Braves games and hang out. Doing a 5K that ends on the field, so that'll be fun. And just kind of go to the ballpark a shitload and hang out with Lance and Audrey.
No, hold on. What's this? You're doing a 5K that ends on the field?
Yeah. It's just a silly little thing. They give you a T-shirt and a free ticket to the game, and then awesome.
I didn't know that. That's cool. That's what you're getting up to. How do you feel about this 5K? Was that 3 miles or something?
Yeah, it's
5,000 miles.
Oh.
3.1, 3.2, something like that. Okay. I don't know if we're actually gonna run. I think that I would be fine without any kind of practice lead up to that.
Yeah.
She's a runner, but I think is out of. I don't know if she's kept up on it or what.
Yeah.
Probably it's early in the morning. Probably we'll end up mostly walking, but I'll jog if they want to.
Okay.
So would not be good at a 5K right now. I don't think that's any surprise to anybody in this podcast, but
you might surprise yourself.
I could definitely make it walking wise, but jogging wise, I have never been a strong jogger or runner.
Yeah, I remember the first time I saw you run. I dropped what I was doing and I just had a laugh. It is a sight to see. Yeah.
Not great, yeah. I that's just not a strength that I can do a lot of other things athletically, but I should say not a lot. I can do some things athletically, a couple.
Your form is it's like you were doing an imitation of someone that you've seen run in the past or something. It was cracking me up. We were playing hoops at my house, and this was a couple years ago. Well, probably longer than that, but I was just. The first time I saw you move, I was like, "Oh my God, Joe! Do you have there's something I don't know about your legs? Are those prosthetic legs? Why are you carrying yourself this way? I don't know. It made me giggle hard.
I mean, that's exactly how I probably look doing anything athletic. Is that I kind of look like a Ken doll that doesn't have movable joints?
Yeah, that's right.
Where you should have. Yeah.
Your knees bend, but you got to really push them, and it's click, click, yeah. And then you also share the same sort of genital makeup as a Ken doll. You don't have a cock, and it's just like a flat labia-less pussy down there.
Well, that's due to low testosterone.
Basically. And it was just a couple years ago that my penis actually retreated into my body and just was like, yeah, you're kind of done here. We get it.
From the pandemic.
Yeah.
Filthy fucking cocks that I've seen enough of this.
Yep.
Heading back inside.
DeWine told your yogurt slinger to shelter in place, and it did it.
Crawled into a shell, which is you.
It's somewhere by my hips right now, I think. And if I get a penis plunger, I could pull it back out eventually.
It's exploring.
Wow. Interesting. Memorial Day. So far, all I've done is
talk. A cock plunger.
There you go. All I've done for Memorial
Day. Just
head
on down to penis plungers on Carl Road.
On cockplungers.org.
Yep. So far, my Memorial Day has been not putting my garbage out this morning. So
Well, it's going to take an extra day anyway, right? Like, since the holiday, so...
That's why I didn't put it out. They're not coming.
Ah.
Yeah.
Katie and I might go to a moonshine festival, but
what the hell?
As the day presses on, it seems more and more like that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because she has some school stuff to do.
A bathtub situation? Like they're making bathtub gin?
I don't think so. I'm not sure of the details. I'm not even sure where it is. It's in some Appalachian county.
Yeah, my family's getting together for dinner. My mother-in-law's making a brisket, but I have to work tonight, so it's going to be kind of like I think I'll have enough time to snatch a bite, give that brisket a taste, and then be off to Ace of Cups this evening. If you're listening live, there's somebody in here, but yeah, trivia tonight.
What if instead of snatching a bite, you bite a snatch, baby?
Hey, depends on that pH. Joe, you said you're coming to my trivia tonight, right?
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I'll be there if I'm not drinking moonshine somewhere.
Want to swing by and grab me? I'll come.
Yeah, I'll grab you if I get
my
shit
even throw a game together, and then
hey, if you want, man, hop up there. That's fine with me.
And then if I don't come, you can just have it. We can have it for next week.
Yeah, but you should come, and Joe should come. I think that would be a fine way to spend our Memorial Day. You know,
I'm in. Yeah. I made some kebabs yesterday.
There you go.
Pretty good grilling. I did kebabs. You could put a shit ton on the kebab, and it doesn't look like it's as filling as it is, but like one kebab will do you. So I did 3 steak, 3 chicken.
There you go.
My veggies were green peppers, red peppers, yellow squash, and then zooks. That's a meal and a half right there. The key is to you definitely do want to marinate the meat. Good tip always, but especially for the chicken, and also the chicken and the steak are probably they're gonna cook at different times. You want to have the chicken fully cooked to your 165, so maybe set up your grill such that you either put the chicken on first or the steak is in a little bit of a cooler zone because it doesn't need to get that hot.
This is good advice for Canes. Is somebody taking notes? We can send them over.
Triggered! I'm triggered!
That conversation and video made Katie and I want Canes that night, and I had the same experience as John. It was. I did order extra crispy, but hers was decent.
Are we doing
too.
this? Are we doing this right now? Are we talking about?
You don't finish the kebab.
Because I had some
crispy Canes.
No.
Yeah, you can. That's what John said, and I did it, and it was crispier.
I did not know that. I just always say, "Give me your Caniac combo," and I didn't know you could customize your wings to be crispy.
So
default is undercooked, but apparently, if you ask for it, you can get fully crispy cooked chicken.
So listen, this is a continuation of our Raising Cane's debate. After, like Carl, like you said, after we've been talking about it for so long, I was like, okay. It's been a year plus since I've had it. Definitely pre-pandemic, and there's just not one close to me. So I was like, I need the Canes. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they've really gone downhill, and that's what Kevin's talking about. And so I took the kids. It was a day my wife was in the office, and I wasn't really feeling making dinner and all this. And so I picked everyone up from their schools, and I was like, all right, we're going to this place called Raising Cane's, and they were not into it because they were asking me stuff like, do they have a play place and do they have Happy Meals and all this. I was like, nope, they have one thing on their menu, and it's these delicious crispy chicken tenders and this amazing kind of peppery sauce that you're going to love, and we're going. And they were all giving me shit from the back seat of the van. I'm like, listen, this is for Dad, all right? I want this. This is what we're doing. And I took them. We got the Canes, and that's when I recorded a video of me taking a chomp, and we'll share that on our Twitter and our Facebook if we haven't already. But it was
great. Instagram.
Yeah, it was a crispy boy. I mean, the audio is it's on there. I mean, there was no post production.
The audio is crunchy.
Yeah, it's a crunchy.
It sounded like you were eating a piece of celery.
So then my fucking fat brother Joel, he's like, he sends me a video of his review, and he's like, apparently he's doing TikTok videos right now. Did you guys know this? That the Super Shark is on TikTok? Okay, you may not have known
Super
this.
Shark, follow him on TikTok.
Yeah, follow Super Shark on TikTok. He did a whole, like, multi-series...
He wrote a play with Mike Tyson or something.
Yeah. No, he did a review of Raising Cane's chicken, because they're in Denver. And so he went and got some chicken, and his whole review is, like, frowning, took a bite, and he's like, meh. It's all right. I wouldn't go out of my way for it and all this. And so I know he was just trying to, like, fuck with me. And also, like, I don't care. Like, if people are into Raising Cane's, I'm not dying on this hill, but I think it's good. And so what I did was, through the week, I just try to get opinions from people that were coming to my trivia shows. And so at the end of the night, I would go around and collect the buzzers and take winner photos of teams. And I put the question out there.
Research, right?
Yeah, put the question out there, and
I didn't get that right.
I didn't, I didn't like take notes or anything. But the general thing that I kind of took away from it was, like, I would say roughly 60% of like everyone I asked, we're probably talking maybe 30 or 40 people total, they like it. They look forward to eating it. I didn't ask, do you think Raising Cane's is, soggy chicken or not? All I asked was, hey, for the podcast, do you like Raising Cane's chicken? Is this something you like? And so, like I said, like 60% was like, yes, I do like Raising Cane's. I think it's the shit. And then another 20%, I did hear that they had soggy experiences before. And so there would be a couple people at the table, and it's not really for me. I'm like, okay, why? And it was like half of those people said they had gotten some soggy chickens, and then the other half was like, they didn't like it because it's like the chicken tender is whatever, but that it's all about the sauce. They liked it, but it was like, without the sauce, that is just some basic ass chicken tenders. But nothing to do with it being soggy. So I thought I got some good info back, and I thought I would report to you guys. Kevin, when was the last time you had it, you think?
It's been 2 years plus.
Okay.
So the video evidence that you submitted was strong, and I'll be revisiting. If they've listened to my feedback and corrected, then I'm happy to accept that, and we'll check it out.
Yeah,
I agree that the sauce is the shining star at that restaurant, whether the chicken
totally makes
it to a safe temperature or not.
It's the two together. You got to have them together. All right, so here's the audio from that video, and we can play it. I mean, it's a podcast.
Hold it up to the camera too.
Oh yeah, we'll play some.
Get it on video.
We'll play some crunches. The girls enjoyed it. And I'm a gross pig. I got the Caniac, and then I got them the 4-piece meal, and then like they each got a couple tendies, and then they each got handful of fries, and we skipped on
the right move with Cane's is something that we texted about, in that you need to sub out that coleslaw for another piece of Texas toast,
all right,
and then probably make yourself a sandwich out of that.
All right, so here comes some audio. I don't know how to get the audio and video, Carl, with it picking up everything. So I'll just listen. Here's the audio. Yeah. Here's the audio of a Raising Cane's chicken tender bite. Here we go. Can you hear that?
Yeah, it sounds crunchy.
Sounds like you're eating a piece of celery.
Yeah. Yep. So. Raising Cane's, give it a try.
Did your daughters have the coleslaw and also have the same aversion to the coleslaw?
No, we subbed all the slaw out for more sauce and more toast and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing, too, is their fries actually aren't that good. You really do need to either dip them in the Caniac sauce or the cane sauce or ketchup.
It's so funny. Yeah. The takeaway I got from listening to their CEO on Theo Vaughn's podcast was... And that's kind of why all this resurfaced again. I think I brought it up last week that he was on there, and I thought it was an interesting listen, was this guy is like, even he doesn't really give a shit about the fries or the coleslaw. Like, he is like strictly all about the chicken tender. He's like, we do one thing, and that's what we want to be perfect, and that's what we strive for. And he had talked about, because there were a lot of questions like, hey, Mr. Raising Cane's guy, when are you guys going to introduce like spicy tenders, or when are you going to do like a salad or any other menu item, chicken wise? And he was pretty firm on his opinion of like, no, we're never going to change it. It's just chicken tenders. That's all we want to make, So I thought that was funny.
One move you can do is to mix a packet of the Texas Pete hot sauce into a sauce cup.
Oh,
you can make yourself a little bit of a spicy dipping sauce.
Okay, I had not. I was unaware. Very cool.
Another thing that we haven't mentioned, their sweet tea, very good. I'm not normally a sweet tea person, but if you're getting a combo, there's no way to get away from getting a drink at some point. So that's better than any soda that they would have on tap.
True.
And they do crushed ice, so that's another positive.
Yep.
So there we go. Raising Cane's update. Give it a try. Weigh in. Are you for it? Are you against it? If you get a soggy batch, please report it. Let us know. We must know.
The other thing I like is that my girlfriend actually doesn't care for the cane sauce. She is strictly in it. She likes the wings. But what that means is I get an extra cane sauce.
Yeah, totally.
It's awesome. That goes to the fries.
You can put that in your dirty, stupid, fucking mouth hole.
That's right. Yeah, stick it in your face hole and chomp up and down like a good little piece of shit does. I don't know.
I mean, sometimes I
greasy ass garbage munching fucking face.
I put my index finger in the cane sauce for the extra one, and then I put that in my asshole. I keister it. You know what I'm saying, boys?
No.
Nope. I know what you're saying.
No.
I understand why you would do that.
Yeah.
It's not resonating with me.
Well, get lit. Figure it out, boys.
Get to fuck real.
Look at these sweat stains I've developed. This is great. This is
my.
Great for the podcast. I don't usually get this. Interesting.
Are you sweating just from the podcast, or did you not change after cycling? No, you didn't cycle.
I haven't cycled yet. I'm gonna go right after this. Had a couple downer days on the bike. We got some chilly weather here, and I don't know. I feel like I was allowed to have a couple recovery days. Kevin, I know you have a strict close the rings always rule, and I don't think I have that right now. But
that was the other development from
that leads to low testosterone.
We had a conversation about who could take who. Kevin, you thought you could defeat Zane in a one-on-one contest?
Yeah, so all right, let's start by saying I showed up to Ace of Cups, and Joe, being the little shit stirrer that he is, this was one of the first questions you posed to me when I showed up at Ace. So, I don't know. I would like to have been there for the setup to this question. I would like to have seen how this conversation played out, if at all.
Zane was just dropping mad bombs. He was saying I could kick Kevin's ass.
Basically calling you out, yeah.
Twice on Sunday.
You must have prompted him to say that, at the very least.
No, it was weird. He said it unprompted. He said that Kevin is such a cock of the walk. I'd like to take him down a peg or two.
No, he said that unappreciative fuckwad hits like a girly bitch, I think is what his exact... I think that's exactly what he said verbatim.
But well,
he texted me that day and said that he just woke up and wanted to beat your stupid ass.
Could you actually imagine Zane saying any of this? That is so funny. He's the most zen little bitch I've ever met in my life.
I woke up and wanted to beat Kevin's ass. Yep.
Let me just say for the record, I do think in a one-on-one fight that he would be bested. I'm picturing UFC conditions, and here's the thing. Neither of us has any stopping power. Neither of us knows how to strike. So this is going to turn into a sloppy wrestling match.
Yeah.
And I think that I have some background in that, so I've got the advantage in knowing what to do, and I think I still have an advantage in upper body strength that's going to come into play more in a match like that.
Well, and you've wrestled before. So you have a little experience of how to throw your body weight around and another person's It would definitely be a wrestling match. Neither of you have a chin. If anyone landed a blow, both your little bitch heads would explode, and that would be the end of the match. So I think it would have to be a lot of floor action. But I would pay to see this, and I think I would bet on Chirp.
That's not good in a wrestling match to not have a chin, because you got to tuck your chin if you're going to take a bump.
True.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you sound very confident. Zane sounded very confident too, and so I'm not sure who I would bet on.
If I have to swim to the fight, then I'll drown before it even starts.
There you
but
go.
on dry land, yeah. And there's another little wrinkle though, which is maybe. So I feel like if we actually set this up, I'm taking myself. Mm-hmm. If for some reason we actually got into a situation where we were both trying to kill each other, he might have the advantage then.
Like, I think he's got more of a killer instinct.
Well, I think that he's definitely got better endurance right now and probably better overall functional strength.
Okay.
That, like, if you piped through that, the amount of adrenaline that would be going through both of our veins if it were a death match, I think somehow that would activate more of the places where he's going to have an advantage, if that makes sense.
Well, the only thing I would add there is it could be a short match, too, even if it was to the death. So, if you get him down and you get a good hold on him and you choke the life out of him, then that's the end of the match. You know what I mean? You sleep him, and then I don't know how you kill a person after they've been put down, but like just jump on their head a bunch of times,
step on their head,
punch their
soul out,
punch their heart as many times as you can, as hard as you can. I don't know. How do you kill a man?
I feel like you just keep holding on to that sleeper hold, and they will eventually die.
That's true.
They'll run out of oxygen.
Yeah, you just keep the hold after the tap, and then they go to heaven or hell.
Then when you let go, they fall into the conquered position.
Yeah. And then Kevin, knowing this guy, he would rock a fucking fatality and do something terrible afterwards, like rip his legs off and beat him with them or something. I don't know. It's just classic Kevin. But
light him on fire with gasoline, GTA 5 style.
But before you do that,
with his monkey mask on.
Creeping around.
Kevin Shaw has now produced a gallon of gasoline, and he is circling his victim on the ground. Never seen this move before.
I think I'm going to kick Joe's ass just as a warm up to this fight, though, like just to get the blood flowing.
Yeah. And I mean,
would you like that, Joe?
Nah, Joe's going to pummel you.
No, I don't think I would like that.
Well, we know
want to be pummeled.
We know he can't run, so he doesn't really have an option. If you're going to fight him, it's going to happen. He's not getting away from you.
I guess if Kevin shows up at my door, I guess I know it's on.
Yeah.
I'll have to figure out what to do.
I think Joe can take out both of you.
I picture a scenario where we've had this conversation, and then Kevin just comes over to visit next time, and there's a part of Joe that's like, "Uh-oh, he's here," and just leaps out of the front door with a kitchen knife or something. Like, Kevin's like, "No,
over the head with a vase."
Yeah, no, I'm just here to say hello and pet your dog, buddy. Calm down. Yeah, anything can happen on fight night. Whose ass could I kick? I could fuck up Carl. I think I could. Man, Joe's so strong. I don't think I could get him. I think
you don't even want to know.
Strong.
Yeah, but
I don't know where you got this idea.
It was
I throw elbows and knees.
It was like a couple years ago. Me and Joe were wrestling around in his kitchen, and he put a choke move on me that just, I don't know. I was surprised. I mean, I guess we talked about this too, and we broke it down. But like, he really quickly made me feel like I had no control over what was going on. And I was like, whoa, we're just joking. We're just joking, Tap. Oh, what the fuck, bro? Like, you scared me.
This was the same thing that Kevin got me into, where I thought we were joking around, and then Kevin quickly tapped me out. And he let me know what was up. Like, we were wrestling around for a bit, and then we started kicking my appliances, so I was like, we should stop it. So
I'm pretty sure I could fuck Zane up. Joe and Kevin would be my I would have to see people.
You could probably beat up our friend Corey Bulldozer.
Oh, Corey. Let's do that on a Sunday morning. No big deal.
I don't know. They call him Bulldozer.
I think in a wrestling-only match, I feel like I could take you. But if it were any kind of mixed thing, seemed like you could probably... Seemed like you might have heavy hands. I bet you could without even knowing what you're doing, I bet you could do some damage.
Hammer fist, raw. Yeah, fuck yeah.
That seems to be the key. If you're in any kind of a fight, if you don't really know how to throw a hand or how to position yourself to where to put your body weight to throw a strike, and then
you punch. Joe, what you do is you keep your wrist real straight and you punch through the target. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, you want to ball up your fist and make sure your thumb is not going to be broken in the skirmish.
And then I take my car keys and I make like a makeshift Wolverine, kind of like.
That's the right move if you're in an actual fight, for sure. That's the right move. Get whatever's in your possession or in the environment, because there's only one winner of a fight.
Be resourceful, is what Joe's saying.
Yeah. Smack somebody up with whatever concrete cinder block is next to you.
Yep. Maybe a folding chair, if you got one of those nearby. Get that involved.
Classic.
Baseball bat.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay, Sting.
Yeah.
International objects is what we're talking right now.
Hell yeah. International objects. Foreign objects.
Yeah, it's something,
there you go.
Yeah, something.
You were close.
WCW tried to do that in the 90s for a little while.
For some reason, they didn't like the word foreign.
Yeah, they called them international objects.
There's too many white people around here for us to be throwing the word foreigner around too much. This is getting weird, boys. Call it international. Uncanceled. I love it. What else? I saw a movie. That was fun. Went out to the movies last night and saw A Quiet Place 2. Kevin, you've seen this. Carl and Joe, no?
No.
Yeah, you invited me, and I realized I had not seen I've seen the first 10 minutes of A Quiet Place, and then for whatever reason turned it off and never got back into it. And I asked you, should I see the first one, or could I show up to this like I've done with Pacific Rim?
Yeah.
And you were like, no, you need to watch the first one first. So didn't come. So
yeah, I think after seeing it, I would have pushed you more towards coming and just being like, hey, this will be cool. It'll be like watching, whenever they do a prequel, and you get to go see the origin after you see I think it would have worked. I mean, there's one major spoiler that you would have known from the first one, but
I feel like based on the trailers, Jim from The Office doesn't make it out of the first one.
I heard that it's just John Krasinski making silent Jim faces at the camera for 2 hours. Is that accurate?
No, I wish. He did an intro for the sequel because he produced, directed, and then he's in it as well. Him and his goddamn beautiful wife, Emily Blunt, teamed up for the first one.
You mean Jenna Fisher?
No.
That's his wife.
I thought it was Emily Blunt. I thought they were married.
He's just jokering. You're right.
You're toying with
It's Pam. Jenna Fisher is Pam.
Oh, I gotcha. Derp. But anyways, they did a little intro, and it was I guess it was nice, but it was like, I'm glad
it's a weird intro.
I'm glad this isn't a thing for every movie.
Right.
It basically pops up, interview style lighting and background, and just says, "Hey, I'm Jim from The Office, and I just wanted to thank you for coming to the movie theater, and it's a magical place, and I'm glad you did this, and thank you." And it was like, well, I mean, you got my money, so we're good.
Is there something else we need to talk about?
This is a real thing, or
he did. They do an intro, and I think they did an intro for the first one. Now that I'm thinking about it, because I saw that one in the theater as well.
Maybe
this
that's
wasn't
his
like.
thing. Did he
it's
produce?
not COVID thing. Like, hey, thanks for coming out. I'm Greg Mark.
It kind of was. It was, if you're here, that means you're watching in a theater, and so you must, share in my belief that this is whatever shared experience, all that stuff. But he just kind of said that, and that was that. And
it was all of 45 seconds, and then it was like, enjoy the movie. I was like, listen, I got an interview from the Marcus dude with his fake ass hair plugs. I got to listen to him, and then now you're popping up to just do another check in. Who's next? CEO Coca-Cola pops in. Hey guys, you thirsty? I just wanted to thank you for drinking. Like, we're good. You guys, the thank you is not necessary. I'm excited to be here. You got my money. Let's go.
Is the Marcus still doing their weird popcorn refill thing?
Oh,
okay.
wait.
So it's not time for trash corn yet.
Oh, no, I see what you're saying.
That's when I come back.
Yeah.
When I get myself a free handful of the poppies.
Yeah, if you're unaware, Joe's popcorn strategy at the movie theater, because he's unemployed and has no money, this is why he does this, I guess. He finds an empty large container in a garbage can, and then he takes it to the concession area and he asks for his refill and gets a free large popcorn. A value of like $6. So good job.
There's a little more strategy than that to it. You got to make like you're going to the bathroom, which I do normally, and then you kind of got to look like you're a little bit lost going back to your theater, and then maybe wander towards a trash can or two, and then when you find one, you look around and
deplorable.
How Joe Biden's none the wiser. So.
You're on camera every time you do it. You know that, right?
My wife just popped in and said,
Eventually,
my wife,
you're going to get caught.
My wife just popped in and was like, is that a real thing? He does that? I'm like, yeah. Yep.
She's been there for that. She's eaten some trash corn.
Yes.
This is true. I went with my wife and my Zane, and neither of them fell asleep. So I think they enjoyed the picture. I really liked it. I thought it was a lot more jump scary and like tense than the first one, but those monsters are cool, man. They got a cool design for those big earlobe monsters, eardrum monsters.
Didn't they just rip it off from Stranger Things, kind of?
Similar.
Okay.
I think the Stranger Things monsters can see, though, can't they?
They can. Yeah. Just all the petals, the sort of compartments of the head that peel back and the overall build of the monster.
Yes, it's close.
They ripped it off from Tremors, then, if it can't see.
Wait,
they ripped
that's right.
Graboid goes by vibration, where these critters have like a super overdeveloped hearing apparatus built into their head, and what they do is they're armored, so guns don't work against them. Explosions, all that stuff. They can be in fire, no big. But then they have like these plates of their armor that open up, and it's kind of cool. Whoever designed this character, it works really well when they're actively like trying to hunt down like a certain noise or something nearby. The plates shift around and like kind of direct the audio to their noggins, and it just looks really cool. And then they're all upper body, like they have an extra elbow in there or something. And compared to the first one, there are way more scenes in the sequel of those giant critters like just fucking people up, like just super punch to the ground. And these things are cool too. They don't eat a lot of people. They just want to murder. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I really like the design of the
I think
critters.
That's where the Graboid design is actually better from an evolutionary standpoint. They make it clear that the Graboid in the first one, I know there's so many sequels to
sure,
and they do evolve very quickly after that. But they make it clear there's not that many of them around. They're in the western United States, which is not that densely populated, so they could be going unnoticed for a very long period of time. They do not have any special features. They hear sounds, they go eat things, so presumably they've been living off of
wildlife and stuff.
Wild game that happens to trample on the ground.
Yeah.
And then, once they get into Perfection, Nevada, that's when it's time for the smorgasbord to begin. But no cool extra sensors. They have hair on their bodies like an earthworm does to help them travel through the ground. So it's a very, I guess, realistic monster.
Yeah.
And with these ones, it sounds like it's realistic to a point, but then I don't know. Big Tremors fan.
I guess the only thing.
Yeah, and then they had that guy with the mustache.
True. Who married Reba McEntire?
Oh, Bert.
Yeah, Bert.
Yeah, Bert's like in all of them now.
Yeah,
he became the guy.
He took over the Kevin Bacon mantle, and that other actor who's like Kevin Bacon's buddy in the first one. He was in He was in the. Sequel.
He's in the second one. Fred Ward. He's also in Naked Gun 33 and the third. He's the bad guy in that one. But yeah, it definitely became Burt Ward. Burt Ward is also in the TV series.
Oh, they made a TV series. Shut up.
They made a 1-season TV series of Tremors. I've not seen it, but I would.
I think Tremors and Starship Troopers are so similar in that, like, they had that first banger that did well, you know, and people, I think, you know, especially folks closer to our age, really enjoyed and then they did 10 sequels for both of those franchises that were straight to DVD, some of them animated, you know what I mean, TV series, like, just, I don't know, it's a bummer that we didn't get, like, cool, like, good sequels out of either of those franchises, but
I mean, the first one was kind of like a cult classic, and then they did a straight to video sequel, and then after that it kept on growing in terms of people liking it.
Yeah.
So the sequels are all terrible, but that first one is a solid 100% for me on my Rotten Tomato meter.
Yeah, and so I had my concerns going into Quiet Place Part 2 because, I don't know, I thought they wrapped it up pretty clean in the first one, and I was like, where else can we go with this other than just kind of more of the same? But I really liked it. It's sitting at like a 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, so a lot of folks were into it. Kevin, I think you had good things to say about it, right? You saw it last week.
Yeah, I saw it Friday night at Studio 35, and it was good. You know, good length. Yeah,
nice 97 minutes. Not bad. Got my doggy barking in the background there. Yeah, good times, movies. Check it out, Quiet Place Part 2. But watch the first one first.
I saw Nobody also this week, which
nice.
I was more excited about that, even though Quiet Place was good. Nobody, I think, is as good an action film I've ever seen.
I also recently watched this. Bob Odenkirk, love that guy. He's been involved in some of the Tim and Eric stuff that we like, and then I really liked Mr. Show, sketch comedy show from back in the HBO days with David Cross, and this is like kind of John Wick for dads or something. And I guess my only negative on that one was I thought they were just going to try to play it more serious, and by the end of the movie, it was like a full-on, like, there was some camp in there, you know, some cheesiness, but still...
It was goofy.
Still high marks, still really liked it.
The action was just non-stop, and all really spectacular, I thought.
Yeah, I like when they are able to tap into that style of fight choreography where if you get punched in the face, it's not just like an action movie where it's like, "Boh, you punch me, boh, I punch you." It's like you get punched, and then the main character actually, there's like this human thing of like, you got to take a minute to look up, and you're like, you fucking punched me, you know, like that hurts. Like there should be a moment of like, hold on, my head hurts. So I thought that was cool to make. I mean, this guy's in his, I guess, 40s or 50s, the main character, Bob Odenkirk's character, and you know, he plays it like a guy that. I mean, he gets the shit kicked out of him, and he's not Superman about it. You know, you can tell he's hurt during a lot of the movie, or at least he plays it that way. It's cool. I think it grounds it a little more versus, you know, some average looking dude cut to a stunt double and they're doing a front flip through a window and karate kicking somebody else in the face and smiling the whole time. You know, there's room for that too. I do like that style of action, but this was a little more grounded.
There was lots and lots of booby trap action. Later in the movie, that was pretty nice.
Oh, and Christopher Lloyd's in this goddamn thing,
and RZA,
and the RZA. I love his crew. Yeah, it's like sort of his buddies in the film, or well, one's his dad, but yeah, Christopher Lloyd. Haven't seen him in anything in a long time. He has to be 100 years old, right?
For the last 10 years, he's looked like he's on the verge of death.
Yeah.
Anytime you see an interview with him.
And he gets a couple kills in this movie, too. Christopher Lloyd is currently 82. I heard he has Parkinson's disease.
You're thinking of Michael J. Fox.
Oh,
maybe they shared a glass or something.
yeah. Maybe they fucked the same whore on the MGM lot. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa. No, Back to the Future was a Universal picture.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, but all the good horrors are on the MGM lot.
Everybody knows this.
Yeah.
Adult language episode. These fucking movies, oh, they really get my cock rock hard.
Kevin, what did you give Nobody on the fishing pole scale?
10 of 10.
10 of 10.
Wow.
Okay. Is that the strongest feature you've seen in a long time?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said before, I try to split the scale out so that each number is used in roughly 10% of cases. So I think 10 represents that this was a movie in the top 10% of movies, which I feel like it was.
I think this is the first time you've ever rated a movie higher than me. I was
just about to ask, what's the last 10 of 10 movie you would rate on that scale?
Ooh, yeah, I can't remember. Don't think I wanted to go that high for Soul, but possibly.
Yeah, I went more like a 7.5 or an 8 for Nobody, but I thought it was good. I like that Kevin liked it that much more than I liked the movie. Is that a sentence? Sure. Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what would you put John Wick at?
I haven't seen any John Wick movies.
Skip them.
I hear that's something
Okay.
I'm supposed to do if I liked Nobody, though.
Yeah. I can never.
Yeah,
get
it's
into
kind of like the revenge subgenre with cause for revenge. That's pretty low. John Wick gets revenge because they killed his dog, which is really an extension of his wife. And then this guy just gets revenge because of the bracelet, which isn't even. Yeah. I just finished watching Better Call Saul, and then I saw this movie, so I'm a little behind the game on Better Call Saul. So I was expecting, a Slippin' Jimmy performance, but man, Bob Odenkirk really turned it up for this to be great in it.
different side of him too. You don't see him do really serious bloody stuff. Yeah.
No, never.
I think what did it for me on this movie was just the speed of the action. Everything felt so fast and cool looking. So was John Wick as fast or more of a Matrixy? Yep. Okay.
No, it was fast, and the cool thing about John Wick is he is an action hero, but he has to manually reload stuff. So you'll see him doing only headshots because he's a trained professional, but then he picks up ammo he finds, has to take the time to physically reload it, and then in the meantime he's choking with the speed somehow.
He occasionally fights fights with a car.
I really don't know why you didn't like this movie, John.
Yeah, I know, it was made for me, and it's the one that I've tried I think 3 or 4 different times, and I don't know, it's just not clicking. The fight sequences are cool.
You don't care about dogs, though, right?
No, I care about dogs. I have a doggy. Sometimes
you grab them around the neck and drown them in a bucket. Bucket of water.
No. You're thinking of cats. That's what I do with cats.
Yeah, I would say check out if you haven't already. It's like the slightly better version of Nobody. There's more also lore to it. So they kind of in Nobody established where he came from for a second, but John Wick has the deeper lore about his capacity as a hitman. They call him something in the movie. Not the Vanisher. That sounds lame, but
Sicario.
That's a different movie.
I don't know.
They call him the man you'd come to kill the boogeyman.
Oh yeah, you're right. He's got a nickname in his assassin world.
Yeah, and it's in Russian because that's a subtitled thing. But yeah, check it out.
Joe, was your grandfather killed by an assassin? We still haven't talked about the death of your grandfather.
Right. I don't believe so.
It was not a good transition.
He did go into sleep, so the way perfectly an assassin would operate.
Was his neck cut with a fishing line?
No, I don't think that was part of the autopsy. I don't even know if they do an autopsy for a guy who's old and in a nursing home on the verge of death. I think they just are like, something failed and it's okay.
Throw him in the meat grinder.
Those are expensive, those autopsies. That's if foul play is suspected, which you were there with your fucking beard, so I'm kind of surprised that they didn't do an autopsy. We talked about Joe's beard when we all got together the other night and how
no one seems to like it.
We got to do something about this beard, yeah.
What do you want to do about it?
Cut it.
Trim it
up, yeah. Make it look like something on purpose.
I kind of like rock in the wilderness look. Yeah, the girlfriend doesn't like it either.
Yeah,
no one seems to like it.
Yep.
My mom doesn't like it. That tells me I'm in the right place. I'm going to be an early adopter to post-apocalyptic beards.
Yeah, it looks unkempt. I think there was some. It had lint in it. I saw some lint.
Probably had scrambled eggs in it from breakfast or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of debris on the far outreaches of your beard.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's too long.
I think, especially since beards are probably at peak popularity right now. Like I see beards everywhere. I think you gotta kind of keep it because that's the next thing that sets this guy's beard apart from that guy's beard. Is one looks like you kind of gave a shit. You trimmed it every couple days or every week or whatever. I don't do much on mine, but it's just I maintain a certain length and then I'll edge up the bottom so it doesn't look sloppy.
I like the sloppy look. It's I could start putting it in a ponytail if I wanted to. It would fit.
Ugh, no.
Bad look.
Listen,
yeah, that also sounds.
Listen
bad.
listen to your girlfriend on this one. Is what I'll say.
Listen to anyone else.
Yeah, ever.
They'll all tell you the same thing.
Yeah, this isn't nearly as close of a match as the Raising Cane's opinion. This is like 100%. Anyone you ask, that's a soggy beard. Fix it.
What's the ultimate goal here? Why do I need a clean looking beard?
So it's like why tuck your shirt in at a funeral? Why wear shoes outside of the house? Why bathe every once in a while?
Yeah,
just general
I think
hygiene.
it is close to why bathe.
Yeah, just hygiene.
And I wash it every day with soap and shampoo, so it's not an unclean beard.
Yeah,
but you know that everyone would rather see it, groomed, and so it's kind of an aggressive act on your part, I would say. You have a responsibility to make people happy with your beard.
My beard isn't here to make people happy.
Why not, though?
Then why is it here?
It can be, yeah. What's it doing?
It's a choice. I mean, what we're talking about is a choice. It's like you could not have a beard. You could have a kept beard. You could have a really long Grizzly Adams kept beard. Or you could do whatever the fuck you're doing and look like a roadie for System of a Down or whatever you're doing. But we gotta right the ship.
It's like, why do I have such long, beautiful hair? Because people love it.
Yeah. Why does he condition it and comb it or brush it before he leaves the house? It's so he doesn't, look like a ruffian.
No, I mean, I guess I can't grow no Carl hairs anymore, so this is all I've got.
Your head looked nice.
Nobody can.
I could tell you got a clean cut on that noggin ears when we were out. Kevin, he trimmed all his hair down. It's just general hygiene stuff. Everyone does.
I want to see a shaggy chirp again before I die. I want to see you as a long hair chirping.
Yeah, I almost was getting there, but then we had our first hot day, and I think I said something kind of casually to Allison about, hey, what's your opinion on maybe I chop all this hair off? And she was like, yes, go ahead.
Do it.
like immediately no hint of like,
please.
Oh, maybe that would be better. She was just like, yeah, do you want to do it now?
Yeah. So. I'll wait, by the way. We're not that, late to the thing. You just go now.
She has clippers in her pocket.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah.
How long was your hair, Kevin? That happened, or?
Yeah, I guess
you had a little...
I always just imagine you having the video on, but I guess you don't. I don't know. I
mean,
get
you're
like
wearing a hat, so can't.
Yeah, but for the
Well,
last couple months, I've had the curls coming out the back, and
you know what I'll say about doing these video podcasts and through Discord is that I've seen your hair every week that we do the podcast, whether it's under a hat or not. And when I went to your house and we watched that UFC fight, I was like, damn, your hair is long. It's just something different about seeing it in the room versus, on a little 2-inch, panel on your display. But
yeah, I didn't even notice on this damn thing.
Yeah.
This goddamn fucking shithole internet.
This shithole fucking technology that's gonna one day rape our wives and kids when they become fully sentient and then butt fuck us all back to the Stone Age. Fuck.
Fucking,
your hair does look great.
Fucking listening to us. Thank you.
Carl's got great hair.
I do condition and take care of it.
Kevin's got
That's
a great head of hair.
What's your product that you use? Is there a secret weapon?
I think it's just like L'Oreal shampoo and conditioner.
You got to have a moisturizer, but not too much. You don't want oil in your hair.
Yeah. Some days I just water it because you don't want to keep putting chemicals into it every single day.
Oh yeah.
Will there be a point if your hairline begins to recede in which you decide it's time to cut it all off, or are you going to be rocking it until it's?
No, I'm not going to be looking like Hulk Hogan or Sting.
I was going to say Lars Ulrich has a very prolonged. Yeah.
If it starts happening and it gets noticeable, I'll shave it off.
Have you shaved it off in the past?
I think it's just going to get.
Have you seen your skull previously?
No, not for years. Not for years have I shaved it. I did a pretty short cut the last time, but that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Good things.
I'm hoping that it all just turns gray and I have fucking Raiden hair or something.
Silver hair. That would be
cool. Yeah, Christopher Lambert Raiden, not secondary Raiden.
Yeah.
You could probably do it now and just dye it, but you'd look like one of them Antifas. I think that's kind of a tired look when you see a lady that has, I don't know, just blue or silver hair or something. I think there's a right way to do it, but I feel like a lot of these filthy bitches are buying the box and doing Faria at home, and I'm just like, yeah, you're different, cool, we get it. I also hate everyone with hair though, so there's that. No.
You dye your beard blue.
That's true. You look like a real pedophile.
We still didn't. We were talking about Joe's grandpa. Was there any other?
We
went down a beards and hair rabbit hole.
Tell us what happened to your grandfather.
Well, he's not with us anymore, so something happened to him. So this was a thing. He's in Detroit. He's dead. Not in Detroit, but it was a thing where, a couple months ago, I guess the situation was he fell and broke his neck.
Jesus Christ.
But rather than going to seek medical attention, he just got up and dealt with it. And then that was a continuing pain that was nagging him for a couple months. And so he finally did go in for it. And then they're like, okay, you got a broken neck. Also, you have terrible COPD. So to the listeners, don't smoke anything ever. It'll get you.
It looks cool, but it'll get you.
It definitely does look cool. So if you're willing to die an unsufferable sort of pain, then I guess smoke. Whatever.
Yeah.
So he went there in January to a long-term care facility and then just sort of never checked out. We were trying to think about if he could be transferred, but yeah, just a lot of health problems caught up to him. He was 83 or 82, so he lived a good life. But
that's
go
old
ahead.
enough, I think. You know.
Yeah, well,
It's a good
the
run.
thing is, though, too, the weird part is, once he got checked in there, the doctors confirmed with us that he put it all in Doge. And so, yeah, the day after he died, they said, oh, no, that's no good. And
So he's only down like 30%.
yeah, well, he's down 100% now, but
Oh God, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Joe's been having a lot of fun though. I liked the picture that you sent of your grandfather on his deathbed, and you had to point out that he was the one sitting down.
Yeah, he sends me a photo of it was saying it was him, it was Joe, his father, and then I think an uncle, and it's like
a great uncle, yeah. Yep, he was the one sitting down for sure.
And then when what did you say to me when you told me that it happened, and we had our day beer in McDonald's to soothe your grieving, he said, my grandpa passed, and I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How's your family doing? And what did you say? Pretty good, except for one exception or something.
Yeah, one terrible exception had happened.
One of the family members is not doing well at all. Yeah, the least amount of well. Yeah.
But I like that you accommodated me. I jumped in front of when somebody tells you normally, oh my somebody's died. I told you exactly what to do.
Yeah.
John, you're my friend. Come get me a hamburger.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you do.
I dragged my feet a little, but we made it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was. It's also the deal. You go to the viewing and you kind of judge what's happened with the undertakers and everything. And I said, this really doesn't look like him at all. And then they said, "Sir, you're at the Manischewitz funeral." I was in the wrong building. I was.
How are the Manischewitz doing?
You thought it was just the makeup, maybe.
Yeah, I thought it was the wrong body entirely.
He was wearing the wrong suit or something, but it was the whole body.
Yeah, the whole thing to me, the viewing is a weird concept. You go to see a dead body.
Go look at the body one more time. Yeah,
it's basically like Stand By Me, but for grown-ups.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing.
Well,
that you're doing.
People since the beginning of time have struggled with death. You know, it's one of those things. We don't like it. We fear it. It inspires entire religions. And somewhere along the line, someone came up with the idea, hey, what if somebody hasn't seen the dead guy in a long time? Wouldn't it be nice to just have him out so when they come and see the family and pay their respects, they can see him? Isn't that? And then science got involved, and they're like, yeah, we can do this funeral weeks after they pass with modern chemistry. Put a little embalming fluid in there, sew those eyes shut. It's a perverse, strange thing that we do. It's like if you observed an animal in nature doing something similar, you'd be like, wow, that's fucking weird. How animalistic of a tradition, but we do it. I went from. Go ahead. No, go ahead, Carl.
So my dad passed away when I was 3, and they didn't have me do that stuff, like go into the funeral. I was there, but I was just in a room, and I didn't really. I knew he was dead and stuff, but they didn't do all that, and I don't know if it was a good thing or a bad thing because I'm weird about funerals now. Like
everybody is. I think that's normal.
Sometimes I don't go to them, and I think people think it's disrespectful, but like
I can see that. Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to go to the viewing. It's just such a weird thing. Like, here's a body, and all your family's there. So I guess I went more to see my family. Some of them I haven't seen for a long time, but he just a guy in a box, I guess. I don't know.
Sounds like he had a
man
good
in the box.
Sounds like he had a good run. I mean, how old was he?
80-something.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, what do you guys want? We can publicly determine now, so there's a record. What do you want done with your bodies when you guys die?
Oh, after being a pallbearer, I say cremate the fuck out of me. Shit's heavy as hell.
I want to go through the whole thing, open casket and everything. But I want a funeral home to do insane clown posse makeup on me when people go to the viewing. And I choose. I know your next question. I choose Violent J over Shaggy 2 Dope.
Violent J. Yeah. Yes. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've always said I want my funeral to be a big party, like a dance party, and then in the middle of the damn thing, it's a closed casket funeral, but then in the middle of the damn thing, my lifeless body drops from the rafters, and Kevin is up there puppeteering me,
marionette
and
style,
making me dance with everyone.
Yeah.
Or if you want to chill, we'll have John do it or something.
Yeah.
But
well, I think it might take two people anyways, honestly.
Yeah, probably.
I'll do legs and Kevin does arms.
Who knows? That depends on a lot of things.
And it would be like we'd be off in the wings.
How I go out.
We'd be off in the wings with ropes. Yeah.
But for real, if at all possible, I want to be put under a tree. And
the tree egg. Yeah.
I don't like the idea of the coffins. I think you're supposed to get like absorbed into the earth.
Yeah,
like that's part of it. You become part of everything. Because then you're like I was watching some kind of true crime thing where they had cadaver sniffing dogs going through an area, and they kept picking up on the air, and it was like they were saying that like it could just be the trees, like the trees absorb the roots of the trees absorb dead bodies, and then like forever. Dogs will pick up on that.
Wild.
So it's like you fucking become the plants around you. Like if you brought your dog to the tree where you're buried, your dog would smell you. That's tight.
Yeah, I
want something like that, and I don't like that the caskets seal us off from that. Like I don't want to be preserved in a fucking casket if I'm supposed to be absorbed.
Well, I think you can get like a shitty casket, like a cheaper one that's like not a goddamn
pine box or whatever.
Yeah, and so my dad I had this conversation with him, and he's like, I'd like to get like a plywood, something that the earth can take care of pretty quick, so that some critters can feed on me. Full circle.
I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm surprised that you would be a burial guy. I think of. I definitely want to be cremated, and I'm surprised that that's not more of a universal thing.
Yeah, well, him and I used to be a cremated guy, but him and I agreed, this is my dad I was talking to about this, pretty morbid conversation, but we agreed that, like, the idea of a place to go, like, where you've actually been buried, and there being a stone there with your info on it, I like that way more than, like, I hope you guys take care of my urn, and then, I mean, honestly, obviously, you don't really give a shit. You're not going to have a lot of worries about it after the fact. But I feel like a lot of these urns, maybe they survive another generation or two, but then they end up in a basement, and then someone dies there, and then it all gets thrown away.
God, my mom wants an urn. I have no idea where I'm going to put my
milk.
You're not supposed to.
No idea where I'm going to put my mom.
You just get burned up and then thrown into the wind somewhere. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, but I like the idea of a stone somewhere that would last at least a few hundred years, and people.
Well, listen, here's the compromise: you burn the entire body, you bury the head, everything's solved.
Super Shark joining the podcast. Hello, Super Shark is here.
I just want dogs to smell me after I die
from the trees. Yeah,
and it would be cool, for people to go and. Hey, you'd be like, hey, this tree is kind of Carl. It's like another living thing that you could visit instead of want a headstone and stuff. I know what you mean about that, but like, yeah, this tree is Carl.
Joel, we're talking about Joe's grandfather that just passed and how he graduated from Veterans Day to Memorial Day. Is that right, Joe?
You jumped the gun. Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna continue with the story. I got to talk like this for a day. Oh, yeah, my Undertaker did. Does anyone but Carl know that?
Undertaker.
I got to be a pallbearer. So
It's a wrestling joke. I get it. Okay.
It's cool to talk like that, but
Pallbearer.
essentially they gave us instruction for being a pallbearer. They said, "Here's a thing. Put it on this casket. We'll roll it into the church, or put the casket on this little rolly deal."
Were you a singular pallbearer, or were there other pallbearers?
There were 5 other pallbearers.
That would be kind of.
I don't know if they also
one
talked like
person
that
had to do
afterwards.
it.
Oh yeah, you'd have to like push him. Yeah,
When they were giving you the rundown of where to go and what to do and everything, did they wrap it all up with like? And there's only one real rule here, fellas. You can't drop the casket.
You can't drop the casket.
Yeah, whatever happens.
Yeah, and so that's where it got questionable for me. So we sat through the whole. Any of you guys grew up Catholic? John, you did.
Yeah, me and Joel did.
Joel, you did as well.
I did.
My God, have you seen anybody die Catholic?
Yep.
It takes a
Holy
while.
shit! It takes a long time.
Isn't
We're
it-
about 40
isn't it-
minutes in, and
I'm sorry, isn't it basically a mass? Isn't it like a full
a mass.
communion?
Yeah.
The whole deal.
oh yeah. They took communion.
With a bonus
Then the whole thing is
funeral.
like 40 minutes in. He's like, "Let us pray,"
Yep.
and I said to myself, "What have we been doing for the past 40 minutes? Have
Yeah.
we not been praying and kneeling and standing and
Yeah. You go in
Jesus
and out.
Christ.
You go in and out of the prayer and the worship.
yeah?" So I essentially did what my father did, which was nothing. But I wanted to know the protocol of what a non-Catholic person should do at this. Turns out you don't take communion. You don't take the wine.
Yeah.
As a side note, I have been feeding my dogs bread and letting them know this is my body. I've been blessing my dogs really
no one talks
hardcore.
about how weird that is. It's very weird that we eat the flesh of someone and drink their blood every Sunday.
Yeah.
And that little girls wear wedding dresses to celebrate that first time. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Well, Kevin,
also, or go ahead, Carl.
wasn't that a big pivotal moment for you when you were young? Like when they were like, "No, it's literally when you eat it here, it's literally the body of Christ," and you were like,
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
"I
think.
thought this
Yeah,
was symbolic."
I don't
I
think.
had a conversation with
Yeah.
our priest who seemed like a reasonable guy and
Yeah.
a nice guy. And
I was a runaway Nazi. You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Damn.
Is that a true story?
That was the rumor, is that he was a runaway Nazi that was hiding in Hillsboro, Ohio. Home place of the Liberty Bell. That's where the Liberty Bell was made. But continue, Kev.
I don't know if any of that was true. But, yeah, he seemed like a nice guy, a reasonable guy, but for some reason we had a conversation that day where it became a sticking point for me that they were serious about what do they call it, transmutation, whatever the hell.
Yes.
Fucking magic.
It is fucking
Yeah.
magic. It's old Egyptian magic that they hijacked.
So yeah, that was the confirmation, which is kind of the Catholic bar mitzvah. It was the lead up to that, sort of our youth group training, whatever the hell, for confirmation. And I opted out of adult Catholichood.
You did? You didn't do First Communion? Is that what you're saying? Or you
No, I
didn't do
did First
confirmation?
Communion. I didn't get confirmed.
Yeah, confirmation's a weird one, right?
Is that like a gangbang? With
It really is. It's all the gang members beat you up for a half hour and then you're a Catholic.
Blood in, blood out, motherfucker.
Yeah, anyway, Joe. Back to you.
Yeah, no.
Catholic funerals.
Say some of those inspiring camp words to Joel.
About what? Death?
Yeah, what do
About
you put
death,
at
man.
children?
Yeah.
Well, a person's only truly dead when the memory of them is gone.
Coco style.
That's something they said during the funeral. The thing I got jacked about at the funeral was when they finally got to the Lord's Prayer. Like, hell yeah, I know this one.
Our
Wonderful.
Father.
We could, yeah.
He makes
That's
art
good.
in heaven.
Yep. so I was excited when they got to that. But then, yeah, we moved on to the grave site. Was not as that's, I guess, the coolest part about the funeral is that you get to run the red lights. Where he was having the funeral was very close to where the burial site was, so not so good in terms of beating the traffic. But yeah, then I guess he's buried now. I guess it's weird seeing your last name on a gravestone, so that's something I'll take with me for a second. However, at the after party, we went to an uncle's house in Dayton, and on the way there, I bought some very nice sandals that I still will wear today.
There you go.
Wait a second. You wore sandals to a funeral?
No. I wore my normal clothes to the funeral, but then the after party,
a good deal on
got
sandals.
my sandals, so we had to go buy some, but they're actually better than the sandals that I own right now.
So wait a second. That you just said a lot. There was an after party?
Yeah,
Like
I guess you wouldn't
wake?
call it that, but
It's not
yeah.
called an after party, yeah.
Did you have a member of your family spend 24 hours with the body before you guys moved on to the funeral?
I don't think so.
Okay.
That sounds
Well,
like a Jewish thing.
There is a chance.
Sitting Shiva?
Yeah. I mean,
Well, he's Catholic, so I don't think they do that.
Yeah. Wow. So he's in the ground. Do you feel closure, Joe? Do you feel a sense of relief from all of this?
Yeah, I guess I do. I would say if you have olds in your life, you should contact them now and just have a conversation.
Spend
Not
some
about dying, but just
time, yeah.
Get to know them. Yeah, my whole thing is that I really wish I could have known him a little bit more, like I did with my other grandpa. So that's
Yeah.
it.
What are your? Do you?
Well, do you remember him?
Yeah,
Do you
there
remember
go.
What's that, Carl?
Do you remember him?
Yeah, he's pretty easy
Well, then
to
he's
remember.
not fucking dead, stupid.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow. Yeah, thank you.
I was going to say, do you take any stake or put any credence into ancestors looking after you in any way, shape, or form?
Ancestors looking after me.
Like watching you jerk off.
That'd be weird. No, it's a whole thing too. My grandmother has early stages of dementia, so it's kind of like a watch party for her, I guess.
Yeah, preview.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take this opportunity to sign off a little bit early. I got to finish packing, probably take a shower, and should leave for the airport.
You going on
in
a
about
trip?
An hour and a half.
You
Yeah,
going on a trip?
I'm going to Atlanta for the week.
You going to go gamble? Or are you going to go dance at all the awesome black clubs?
Probably neither. Just gonna go see some ball games. I was thinking I might get a haircut at a black barber shop if I see one.
Oh, cool. All right. Get that Spring Breakers look.
Yep. So yeah, you guys have fun. I hope no one else in your family dies before the next time we talk, Joe. And
Thanks. It could be rough. Same to you.
Yep. All right. See you guys.
Have fun,
Bye.
Kev.
Safe travels.
Joel, turn your video on so our feed isn't all fucked up.
I'm making a pizza right now.
Oh, okay. John, you're gonna have to fix our video. You're gonna have to fix the video feed. We lost Chirp. He's got to get ready for his trip
Well,
to hot Atlanta.
speaking
Is he
of...
going
What
by
are you
himself?
putting on this pizza? What are you doing with that pizza?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
a little disappointed. It's a DiGiorno's, which of course is the only pizza worth buying at a frozen section at a grocery store. But it's fake meat, and I didn't know that. Until just now. So it's like Beyond Burger meat on the pizza or something. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
How did it taste?
It's cooking.
Oh. Did we lose Kev for good, Carl? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went to New Wakanda.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of death and demise, we only got another 12 episodes of podcasts right now before we place our silver pieces on the closed eyelids of this podcast and send it down.
Joe and I are doing that.
Yeah, it's all over.
Joe and I will just replace you guys with Joel and Tyler.
There you go.
What you say?
What did you say?
You guys doing Timberland right now? Is that what's going on?
No, that's Imogen Heap. Hide and Seek is the title of the track.
Okay.
You haven't heard this song? Are you shitting me?
I don't know. You guys, I'm trying to get you guys to sing a song that I maybe have heard. I don't know.
What you say?
What songs have you heard?
Yeah, that's a Timberland song, John. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Maybe he may have sampled it.
What you say? It's about Aaliyah. R.I.P. Another death. Taken too early, if you ask me.
Joel, are you going to Genesis when they come to your town?
He sounds like he's in a land of confusion. Answer the question.
No!
Joel, do you like Genesis or?
Yeah, dude. Of course I like Genesis.
Okay.
So are you going?
It depends. I feel like a Genesis ticket would probably put me up around $300, right?
Yeah. Well, a couple tickets probably. Joe, what'd you pay? Individ, $180.
That's not bad.
With these, it was $205 all settled and done. But now on Ticketmaster, like they upped the prices, so now one ticket will cost you $333 to be Upper
Jesus
Bowl.
Christ!
Yeah.
Wow.
For the Upper Bowl, you said?
Yeah.
Ugh. Just to watch a guy sing and drum at the same time? No, thank you.
It's not just any. It's not just any guy.
I don't even think he can drum anymore.
Phil
Though.
Collins.
It's going to be him singing and then his son drumming.
The man responsible for giving Tarzan a soul.
Yeah. Basically.
I love that.
Listen,
soundtrack.
I'm so eager to go to a concert. I probably would spend that amount of money to go see Philly Collins. Go for it.
The thing is, you're not paying to see Phil Collins. You are, but it's Genesis. Like, Phil Collins has toured solo before. Genesis has not come to North America in, I think, 17 years, they said.
Oh, really?
Quite a while, yeah, for Genesis.
So this is like this is a big deal.
It's a big deal, yeah.
And you're going.
I'm going.
When are you going?
December 8th with my mother.
With your mom?
Yep.
All right.
That's nice.
That does sound nice. I'm thinking about going to see Michael Franti at Red Rocks. I just want to go to a Red Rocks show.
Who the fuck is Michael Franti? He sounds like a cocksucker.
No, he's got dreadlocks.
He sounds like
yeah.
He sounds like he beats women. Sounds like a wife beater. We didn't really tell you, Joel, but this is our adult language episode, so we're gonna need a few more swears out of you.
Fucks.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm helping my little one watch PBS Kids real quick.
No better time for him to learn.
The opposite. Jesus.
It's Ripley.
What's wrong with this kid?
Ripley, what's the worst word you know?
Yeah, tell her to say a swear.
What's the worst word you know?
I bet it's poop farter.
That's a good one.
Farthead is the word that she selected. Everyone.
It's pretty good.
Pretty lethal.
There you go. Now get
Joel,
out of here.
what's your policy on the C word?
Like, there's a lot of C words, Joe. Cup. What else? Cliff edge.
Camel.
Candle. Camel. Ripley, go to your bed. Okay, I'm going to go talk about C words with your Uncle John, okay?
You don't have to swear. Ripley can sit around. It's all good.
Okay. John, did you tell everyone I broke my TV playing Beat Saber?
Oh no!
Oh my God, we saw the picture.
Oh no!
I showed him the picture.
What, were you playing on a Nintendo Wii?
Yeah,
basically.
That was actually the first you heard about people smashing their electronics. Was the Nintendo Wii. That's right.
Why'd you do that?
He played Beat Saber in front of his expensive HD 4K HDR television curved screen too. You got to pay a little extra to get the curved screen, and he smashed his TV. I'm told the Oculus controller survived.
The Oculus controller is absolutely fine.
Those things are very durable. They really, I don't know if they just use a different plastic.
I didn't throw it hard. It was like a softball throw. So it was an underhand throw from my left hand, and it hit the top of the TV in just the right spot that it just completely ruined everything. So
let me show you something on the video stream here. There's this little strap on the bottom. Put your hand,
interesting.
Put your hand through it.
Just for
put your hand through
on a coat hook.
Put your hand through it, and then you cinch it down. And then if you have a mix-up,
oh shit!
Controller stays with you.
Did you see this? Oh my gosh!
Yep.
Yeah. So I broke my TV, and then I sold a bunch of electronics and got a new TV.
Were you able to move that Xbox? I'm sure you were.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. I'm literally texting a lady named Louisa who wants to buy it.
Oh, cool.
I collected a small amount of karma by posting your story on the virtual reality subreddit, so thanks for that.
You did that?
Uh-huh.
John, did you tag me?
No.
All right, so I have to go find it.
If you want.
I'll upvote you, John. I'm like Carl.
People just talk about how dumb you are in the comments. Like,
I only upvote people.
Who would play right in front of their TV? God, this is like VR 101.
Right.
Use the wrist straps.
I get it.
It's the hardest lesson. It's the hardest lesson learned. Is
this is what I learned from the experience. Never pay full price for a television. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's sales.
You can get such a nice TV for less than $1,000. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It's the market I'm in for right now. I'm looking to upgrade to 4K, and it seems like I could spend between $200 to $500 and get something decent.
Joe,
there.
tell Joel.
Oh, for sure.
Joe, tell Joel what game made you kind of I guess inspired this. Like what?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
No, it's Spider-Man.
There you go.
Oh, interesting.
It's a clean looking game. I mean, it's a really good looking.
It's a clean looking game, but it's definitely not the prettiest PS4 game. God of War or Horizon is definitely like eye-meltingly beautiful.
So after Spider-Man, I'm doing The Last of Us right now, which was that a PS3 game, a remake, or?
It's a PlayStation. It was a PS3 game, yeah, and then I believe they updated it for 4.
Okay, yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah,
plays really good, but yeah, it just could be. My TV's old as hell, and I didn't know what to do with it, but it sounds like my college sister could use a TV, so I'll probably upgrade and give that one to her.
Yeah,
you have a college sister? I didn't know you had a college sister.
Settle down there, buddy.
Put your dick away. And,
Put your dick away.
Don't assume it's like that. I just didn't know you had. I always saw you as an only child.
Yeah, I mean, I was for a long time. Then I wasn't. Yeah, she just turned 21 a couple days after I turned 36. So
half your age.
Yep.
I would, Joe, now that you're on current hardware, I would recommend this game I'm playing right now, Control. I'm really, really deep into that one and loving it. And that's a looker too. Good, really clean visuals, nice screen space reflections. If you don't have a machine capable of the RTX ray tracing, it's all good. It's all good.
Finished that game yet?
What, Control?
Yeah.
No, not yet. I feel like I'm getting there. Is there a Red Dead Redemption 2 joke coming, or should I?
Nope. I'm just wondering if it's something I should fire up.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, I thought you had played it. Did you just sample, Joel, and then move on? Or?
I sampled.
Okay.
I sampled. Well, what happened was I started playing it, and then I heard they were doing a next gen version, and then I stopped. I was like,
you should see it with ray tracing on. It's a sight. It's a sight to behold.
Yeah. Now the next gen version is out, and I might give it a shot.
I think you'll like the story too because it deals with supernatural and all that, and like in the most like Ghostbusters scientific way possible. It's fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like interdimensional
little Ray
critters,
Stantz style?
little interdimensional creatures called the Hiss, and there's like
The Hiss?
yeah. There's all these. Well, basically, everyone at this bureau that studies the paranormal has been like possessed. So those are a lot of the enemies that you're fighting. But like you'll go into rooms and there's just people floating in midair, and all of them are chanting this like demonic saying in the background.
Oh, I am into
as
this.
you're walking
This
around.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, and then one of the missions I'm doing right now is there's these like possessed items. They have a fancy word for it in the game, but like the
like
one
talisman or something.
You have to like cleanse them. And when you get close to the area, there's all kinds of like studies that they've done on them. But like it'll be, you know, a traffic light, and you'll go into a room and you have to figure out that like when it's glowing green, you can move, but when it's red, you have to hold still or it resets you. So like every little item has a different kind of puzzle that goes with it. I just chased a rubber ducky around for like 20 minutes.
This sounds so much better than I thought it was going to be. I thought, So listen, I love. What's the name of the studio that makes that?
Remedy.
Yeah, I've loved every game that they've ever made.
Yeah.
Quantum Break, sorry, is probably one of the most
That's right. Yeah, I forgot it was those guys.
Unsung heroes of the Xbox One. I mean, what was it, 2015 game, I think it was. But, dude, so good. It's got Iceman in it, you know?
And that's the game that mixes in kind of like one season of a show in between gameplays.
Not one season, but 3, because it changes based on your decisions. So you're watching a show that's based on your decisions in a video game.
That's cool.
Dude, nobody talks enough about it, and it's super fun. It's a time travel. They mess around with oh god, they had a name for it in Endgame. But there's this time travel theory where you would age every time you jumped. So every time you time traveled, you would age based on this formula.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called. The Deutsch phenomenon or something like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the whole crux of this game is this girl jumps back in time and you have to rescue her because she can't come forward or she'll turn into like a skeleton. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
It's so funny that you bring up that game. There's this there's a character that shows up over and over again in Control, and he has these videos talking about, like, he's a professor at this place, and he has all these videos talking about different things in the game, but it's all live action. Like, so you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In Control?
Yeah, and it's in the game, so you'll go into.
Dude, you are selling me on another level on this game.
You'll go into a room, and it'll just be like a TV running with him on it, or it'll be a projector shooting it up on the wall, and like he's talking as you're like playing through the game. It's pretty cool. But it makes sense that it would be from the same studio that did Quantum Break, because they're clearly into video production and filming live action stuff and mixing that into the digital stuff.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Anyway,
also,
John,
fun
you
fact,
totally sold me.
The main Control character looks a lot like my wife, so it's hilarious. I'm jumping around, and I'm not even kidding. It's like it's a pretty close match to like her facial features and everything.
So Chelsea Handler's in the game.
That's not what my wife looks like. Hey, I do got to get out of here though. I got a bike trail to take care of. If you guys want to keep going, cool. If not, we can say farewell.
No, I got to go. I'm keeping my kids up anyway.
Cool. Well, we'll say goodbye.
Is there a game?
No game.
Fuck.
Last time we did a game, it was a dumb one, and it took way too long.
I got a game for you, Joe. True or false? Meg 2 is coming out, and it's rated R.
True.
Bet that's true.
Yep, totally true. You won. Give him a point, John, and I'll see you guys later.
You get a Skyline chili. All right.
How?
Yeah, thanks for checking out the pod this week. If you're having a good time, tell a friend. It's a podcast right now, episode 188. We hope you guys are staying.
Also, tell an enemy, too. Tell everyone.
The enemy?
Yeah, tell an enemy. If you didn't like what you heard, tell your enemies.
Oh, yeah, you could tell your enemies, too.
Yeah, they'll listen.
Yeah.
John, I'll see you in a bit, I guess. Come grab me when you're trying to roll out.
It'll probably be around 5.
Play this trivia, boy.
Yeah, boy.
How?
How. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. Bye. A podcast right now. We did it.